Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Idle Angels video. Now, today I have prepared for you that PvE lineup suggestion guide. Name it however you want to, but basically in this video I'm only going to be talking about my tips and how I was able to reach stage 100 on PvE on the main dungeon. What is the reason to do that and to focus on the PvE, and also how I am almost at the end of the Nightmare dungeon. I think there are only two stages, two whole complete stages left for me to finish on the Nightmare dungeon, and I will be completely done with Nightmare until they pull out more stages. And my internal goal was to finish the PvE within 1 year of playing. As low spender slash free to play, of course I broke up the free to play version, because now I have invested around $90 in total of my 7 months of playing the game, but I still do consider myself quite low spender compared to other people when it comes to the time slot in which I have been playing. So firstly, I will try to clear out some things. There is no angel, a single angel that will carry you through all of the stages. And also there is no lineup that you set up all 12 angels and that this one is the best one possible and that you will always win with it. And it's just a matter of how much more stats you have compared to your enemy. Nothing like that. This game is all about positioning, how you change your angels and which angels you decided to build compared to the enemies that you face. This is more for PvP, but for PvE it's all really a matter of how good your supports are and if you have chosen the correct supports for the PvE. When it comes to PvE, it is beatable as free to play. I'm pretty sure about it. Just the difference is that it might take you more than a year to beat it as a free to play. Maybe a bit less now that we see a lot of MR angels coming out. A lot of MR supports are being available, so you can skip some of the expensive supports that veterans have built back in the day. And the MC, the main character, is useful when it comes to full MR, 5 stars on MR and 5 stars on Incarnation level, which is very good for the Nightmare. And also we do use it on the normal stages as well. Currently I don't have built a second DPS, and as I have said, I'm almost finished with the Nightmare dungeons. Now, what I want to mention is that there are 12 positions and your MC will always be in one of those 1 to 12 positions in the PvE, so you can't get rid of it. Early on, you would like her to be between 1 and 6, but once she reaches Incarnation level 5, she gets that sweet spot in the substitutes. Most of the times I keep her on 12, sometimes I move her on other slots depending on what the bosses are doing, but mainly like 99% of the time she is sitting on that 12th spot. When it comes to position 1, on position 1, depending on which DPS you have, if it's Lucifer, you definitely want some your lowest HP angel to be on the first position, and I'll explain why. Because with Lucifer, the thing is, when the angel dies on the first slot, it will cast their skill still. Well, if it goes to 2, 3, 4, and 5, it might die to a boss attack if Lucifer devours. And most of the times you will want to see Zodiac Rabbit on the first position, and definitely she is position 1 until stage 79, 100. At least that's kind of how I did it. Sometimes I have put Uriel on position 1, and very rarely when I've needed date evasion for my team, I have put Sim on that first position. Now on stages 100, I have noticed that Pandora position 1 is helping me out as well. So this is something that I'm still trying to figure out, If someone early on have built Pandora, it's better to put Pandora on position 1, but nonetheless, Zodiac Rabbit is the overall best position 1 angel currently for PvE. And Hela, if you don't have Hela at MR4. Now, when you're building Hela, as I've suggested on my supports video, you need MR2 at least for Hela. And if you have MR2, then you put her on position 1 sometimes so she can cast her MR skill. If you get MR3, she will get enough energy to cast her skill if she is not on position 1. And so this is good to have in mind. Now, position 2 to 5, if death evasion is not needed. How can you know if death evasion is needed or not? When you go to the PvE stage, on the top of the fight, you will be able to click the question mark to see all of the skills of the bosses. It's like detailed version of what the boss is doing, how much damage is doing. So you need to read it out. Or if you don't want to read it, watch a bit the fight and see if after the boss is doing an attack, is it wiping your entire team or is it not? If it's wiping your entire team, then you need death evasion. If it's not wiping out your entire team, then death evasion is not really needed. But keep in mind, sometimes you want your angels to die after casting their skills, so another type of angels can come in. For instance, for PvE with Chaos, you want Chaos to be in position between 2 to 5, so she can cast early on her passive to allow 50% more damage, and then she's gone and you don't really care. Same way, in my opinion, goes with Aiden, with Cupid, with Poseidon, and with the Hela. Enmu as well. Main reason why some of those angels are up here is because their buffs last for more than one round. For instance, if they cast their buff, the buffs will last for 2 or 3 rounds on your DPS angel. Then the boss will wipe out your team round 2, and another set of angels will come in and will buff your DPS. That way your DPS will stack their buffs and it will help you out to one-shot the boss. If death evasion is needed for the position 2, what I've tried and I've seen that it works is put those 4 angels. You may ask, but why is Capricorn there when she's not providing death evasion? Well, the idea is that if you're having Hela in main, she is doing the buff based on her Capricorn, based on her HP, and Capricorn passive on MR stage is that it will give passively 50% more HP. So the idea is if you want to suicide Hela with the death evasion, then you just get the good buff of Hela in the first round, and then Hela and Capricorn will be wiped out in order for another row of supports to come in and give better buffs so your DPS can kill the boss. But if you just want death evasion to survive, either put Incarnation level 1 Gene or Incarnation level 3 or 5 Sim into those position 2 to 5 to help you survive. Position 6, this is where your DPS will sit 99% of the time, and basically that is after 79-100 stage. Up until that stage, your DPS may change from position 6 to position 3, and this is based on if the enemy is a boss that is attacking the front or the back row of the angels. If it's attacking the back row, you move your DPS angel to the front row, and if it's attacking the front row, you move your DPS to the back row. Main idea why we put our DPS on position 6 after stage 79-100 is because the bosses become too strong. They always wipe out your team no matter what you build and how much HP and death evasion and damage reduction they have. So the idea is that on position 6, before the DPS casts its attack, it gets 5 buffs already received, and then on round 2 it will receive another 5 buffs. So approximately 10 buffs can be on the DPS for round 2, which is extremely good. When it comes to position 7, it is Horus' sweet spot. She is mainly going to stay there after you reach UR plus level of Horus. And with the incarnation level, if you build incarnation level below 5, so 1 to 4, then still it's very good to put her in position 7 in my opinion. In incarnation level 5, she can move a bit backwards sometimes, but for PvE we don't really use incarnation level 5, so I don't suggest doing it for PvE. When it comes to position 8 to 11, this is where I found mostly that I put Raph, Jean, and Capricorn. Most of the times I keep them at the back, but also here I could put Cupid sometimes, or Chaos very rarely, but I've seen Chaos to do some good wonders on my second account on the position 8 to 11. And as I mentioned, position 12, this is where I have put my MC 95% of the time, and I've seen success. Of course, this is after she reaches incarnation level 5, because she can cast her incarnation skill from the position 7 to 12, which means the subs. Now the rewards. Why is it so important to push the PvE? After you reach stage 50, I think, or something like that, you will be receiving 10 blue scrolls for every 100 stages that you do. And by 100 stages, I mean the stage 103 1 up till stage 103 100. So by this one, you will receive 10 blue scrolls plus additional 2 if you click here on the small chest icon. So you will be receiving 12 blue scrolls per one whole complete stage that you do. And when you think about it, this is quite a lot of blue scrolls that you can be getting back because you have upgraded an angel that is good for PvE and it's helping you out to push forward. And also every single 2 stages after you beat the 60th stage, you will upgrade the gear level that you receive for your angels. So for instance, if you are with gear level 100 and you beat 2 complete stages, you will get level 105, which it could and it will sound quite low and like you will see it as a diminishing reward, but believe me, once you enter this late game stage of maxing out angels, you will see how big that difference can be. Like for instance, when I compare myself to someone who has beat the end game of PvE with my angels, they have like triple my combat power, and their angels can have like up to 200 to 300 more million health, which you can imagine how much that will be as a game changer for PvP later on. So it's definitely good rewards if you decide to focus on PvE. And of course, you need to keep in mind that for PvP, you will always find someone else who can spend more money to beat you out. When it comes to Nightmare Dungeons, for Nightmare Dungeons, we have 2 sets of 6 angels. And as I mentioned, in one of the teams, you can put your main character, the main angel, as DPS, and then on team 2 you can put the DPS angel that you have chosen to build. Now I've shown you here the team 1 and the team 2 that I have been using mostly for the Nightmare Dungeon. And what I want to mention is that I have 2 types of death evasion over here, and then the Uriel, which will negate 1 instance of damage, with Hela, because Hela is my mostly built support, and Capri to buff out Hela with the MC. So basically on team 1, I've tried to stack a bit more death evasion so my team can survive for longer, to deal and to input more damage, while on team 2, I have put Zodiac Rabbit Poseidon, with my DPS, with Hera, and basically the only death evasion that I have is Horus plus my MC UR plus 5 skill. That's the whole idea. The whole idea is that my team 2 is very, very strong, deals a lot of damage, while my team 1 is quite sustainable in the fight, so it's a prolonged fight, but it still can pull out the damage. So this is what I did, and I mostly kept it this way, with the small tip that over here on the bottom you can see this one. You can unlock it and swap team 1 and team 2. So basically it will get all the angels and then it will just move them. So team 2 will fight the first boss and then team 1 will fight the second boss. This is quite important because sometimes it's just that you need to swap the teams in order to deal the damage. And when it comes to the rewards, you will be receiving from the Nightmare dungeons a lot of those dusts, which I will explain very, very soon in a video. And also you will be receiving 5 blue scrolls for completing the 30 of the Nightmare dungeons, which is incredibly good and powerful once again, because you can build more angels that way. I'm not sure if this is what you were expecting as for a PvE lineup guide. I really wish that I could have shown you. Maybe I do actually. Yes. So over here I have a folder in which I have put all of the stages that I've beaten or found hard to beat, the lineups that I have used. So very quickly I'm just going to move through them so you can see the lineup and the angels that I have put. As you can see, 79 100. My Hela is MR2, so that's why she is on the front. And then, as you can see here, I don't even have Jean incarnation level, I don't have Poseidon incarnation level, I don't have Enmu incarnation level, Capricorn is not MR, so very low amounts of blue scrolls have been invested in order to beat this stage. And also you can see I have only 4 angels that are level 400. So over here quickly I'm just going through all of the stages and the different angels that I have used. I'm sorry if I have skipped some of the stages. Sometimes I just forgot to upload a screenshot of how I have beaten of some of the levels, and it was around the stage. Yes, so I beat 9350, and I think from here I got, yes, I got Poseidon plus Pandora at the same time, and from 9350 I just put those 2 angels, and then I straight up got to stage 100, and then I felt a bit stuck. I needed to make arrangements here and there, and that's why up till stage 102 100 is the last screenshot that I have of my current team. So I do hope that you find this one useful. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to post them down in the comments. And something very similar is the PvP lineup guide, where I just try to explain the different angels, which one I would put in which position, and what angels counter which position, which will be posted tomorrow. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.